Fashionphile recently released their predictions for the upcoming trends of 2025 based on what their customers are searching for on their website. I will share this article and Fashionphile below in the description box if you want to check it out for yourself. But in this video, I'm going to share all those trends with you, and I'll share my take on each of them and why I think they're trending. I'll also provide 3 recommendations for you for each trend. 1, a luxury handbag, 2, a mid-tier handbag, and 3, a very affordable option. What trends are surprising and what aren't? Stay tuned. And welcome, I'm Autumn Beckman, and I'm here to help you live your most luxurious life within your budget. I post new videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so please make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of those, and so you don't miss my daily community posts where I share the best sales of the day and fabulous handbags that I find. Also, don't miss my website, autumnbeckman.com. I will have it linked below. The shop page is where you'll find handbags and accessories that I have for sale, as well as planner pages that I have designed to help you organize and curate your handbags and your life. The item tracker page here, front and back, is where you can record everything you'd want to know about your handbags and small goods, and I have lots of other pages to go along with this. I also have a big assortment of calendar pages and things like project planner pages to help you organize all kinds of things. Now, before we jump into the trends, I want to give you a little bit of information about the data itself. Part of my background is in scientific research, so I have done a lot of data analysis over the years, and frankly, I have a few concerns about Fashionphile's presentation of this data. If you look at the article, which again will be linked in the description box below, you'll see that they have grouped the data by trends. They list the trends as couture cowgirl, babes who brunch, corporate cutie, maritime muse, ruby garland, savage socialite, and baroque ballerina, which are cute names, but are they the actual trends that we're going to see in 2025? Or are they groupings that Fashionphile put together and made up cute names for? I think it's more likely that they are made up. And I think that because based on the actual data that they give, you could take that data and rearrange it into different groups and create different trends. Each trend that they list only has between 2 and 4 pieces of actual data provided as evidence, which is not enough to draw conclusions from. Plus, the data itself, which consists of 2 things. There's a search term and then the percentage by which the search for that term has increased over a period of time. First of all, they don't tell you what that period of time is, but for example, one of the pieces of data is tweed as the search term, and the percentage given is 55%. So what that means is the searches for tweed on the Fashionphile website have increased by 55%. But the data that they give, the percentages they give, include a massive range. Everything from a search term that's increased by 17% all the way up to 300%. And some of the data within a single trend varies greatly. For example, couture cowgirl has 2 pieces of data. One is 11% and the other is 136%. So what is missing between those percentages? I get the really cherry-picked pieces of data to fit into these trends that I think they've made up. And I wonder what happened to all the data in between. Also, the fact that the only data we're getting here is the percentage that a search has increased doesn't give us a full picture because it doesn't include the most popular search terms. For example, one of the things that we'll talk about today are colors that Fashionphile says are trending. Black, it's my understanding, is one of the most popular colors for handbags, and that's not in there. And that's probably because it's just always a popular search. But maybe the increase for that search wasn't a significant enough percentage to include. Does that make sense? So we're not seeing all the most popular things that people are searching for. We're only seeing the things that search results have increased for. But even then, it's problematic because of what I just said about cherry picking. So what I have done is done away with those cute little group names that they're calling trends and just pulled out the data that they're providing and regrouped that data in ways that might make more sense for us. So those groups are bag styles, colors, textures, themes, and jewelry elements. So for bag styles, they've given us 2 pieces of data. One is that searches for top handle bags have increased by 68% in whatever time frame this is they're looking at. So top handle bags seem to have become more popular. Also, mini or micro bags have increased by 100%. That means that searches for that have doubled, and that is certainly significant. But since only top handle bags and micro mini bags are listed, it might make some people think, well, are crossbody bags out of style or tote bags out of style? No, they're probably still some of the most popular bags. It's just not included in this data. And I said I would give you 3 recommendations for each of the trending data points: a luxury option, a mid-tier option, and a very affordable option. For the luxury options, to be fair to Fashionphile here, I have pulled every recommendation from Fashionphile itself, and all of the bags that I'm recommending in the entire video will be linked in the description box below, so if anything catches your eye, it's easy to go find it. So my luxury recommendation for a top handle bag, I actually have 3 here because there are 3 really great ones. The first one that always comes to mind when I think of a top handle bag is the Kelly from Hermes, but that's out of most of our price points. A fantastic alternative to the Kelly is the Fendi Peekaboo. This one is a Selleria leather one, and you can find fantastic prices on these. I got this one for just over $1,000, but you can also find Peekaboos under $1,000. So I'll have those linked below. But I also found this Louis Vuitton bag, which I think looks a lot like the Kelly. Really pretty, and it's a great luxury brand alternative to the Kelly. Beautiful bag. For the mid-tier option, I picked the Coach Lana 23 because it's a beautiful bag. It's been very popular. You can get it in a few different colors, and this is one that's been on my wish list. And for the most affordable options, there are a variety of alternatives to the Kelly and the Peekaboo. This is one of them by a brand called Tiffany and Fred, so I'm going to link their site below where you can find a ton of options. I don't know if they still have the green one available, but I have seen the black version of this bag on there. For the mini and micro bags, my luxury recommendation would be those from Fendi again. This is the micro baguette in the sequins, but they also have micro peekaboos and other bags. For the mid-tier option, I would recommend this little guy. It's an alternative to the micro Louis Vuitton Pochette Matisse, but this one is from Dress Up Your Purse. It comes in a few different colors, has a crossbody strap and a chain, and I'll have the link below where if you use the code AUTUMN, you can get 15% off. And my favorite super affordable option for the mini or micro bags is the little Marc Jacobs, the tote bag. This was gifted to me for Secret Santa in 2023 by my friend Ed Braun. I will link his channel below. This does have a little chain where you can wear it as a bag charm, and these come in lots of colors. Really well made and very affordable. The next set of data I've grouped by color, and there are 4 data points here. The first is espresso. The search for that has gone up by 17%. Then there's lemon yellow, which has gone up by 28%. Now in some of these I told you I have theories about why a certain search term might be trending. For lemon yellow, we have spring and summer coming up, and you'll see this repeated a few times in the trending data that we're seeing today, where a lot of these things seem to be connected to particularly summer and vacations that people are planning. So it makes sense that terms like lemon yellow would be trending. Another is ruby red, which is up 50%. And I think there are 2 reasons for this. Valentine's Day, obviously, but also Lunar New Year. And then there is the one data point that Fashionphile provided that is by far the highest percentage of increase, and that is the color mocha. This surprised me. I have a couple of issues with these color search terms. First of all, are people actually searching for lemon yellow or ruby red instead of just yellow or red? That seems fishy to me. Personally, if I'm going to search for a color, I'm not searching for a color name that's that specific. How about you guys? I would love to hear in the comment section how specific you get when you're looking for a color. But I would also love to know why mocha has gone up 300%. Because you know, for all of these trending terms, there is a reason behind it. So is there some bag in particular that comes in the color mocha that people are going crazy for, and now everybody's searching for mocha because of that? The searches for mocha have quadrupled. What is going on there? I don't know. If you do, let me know in the comment section. Let all of us know. And of course, notice that there's some very popular colors missing, like black. What is the data on black? Or pink? That's always a really popular color. And I would point out the numerical data on those 4 search terms is 17, 28, 50, and then 300. So where is the missing data in the middle? Now, I'm not going to give recommendations for each of those 4 colors, but I will give you some for MOCHA. And by the way, MOCHA is not just one color, it's a range of colors that can be included in the MOCHA spectrum. So my luxury recommendation would be the Margot from the Row. This is more of a taupey color. To me, that falls in the MOCHA range. Mid-tier recommendation would be Coach's Brooklyn bag in dark stone. They also make other bags in the dark stone, but the Brooklyn has been very popular, and dark stone is certainly a MOCHA color. And then the super affordable option is this quilted bag with the chain that's an alternative to a Chanel bag. In this brown color that could be MOCHA, it's maybe leaning toward caramel. But really, we're just looking at a range of browns here. There are tons of brown bags. Why is MOCHA trending? The next category is textures, and within that are a couple of categories. One is animal prints and animal textures, hence the leopard top today. Fashionphile said that searches for, they specified embossed exotic prints like croc and snake, which doesn't give you a specific search term. That's sort of more generalized, but they said that those terms have gone up 18%, leopard up 52%, and zebra up 72%. I didn't know zebra was that popular. Leopard is always popular, especially in the fall-winter. We're in winter right now still, so it doesn't surprise me that leopard is still popular. What's going on with zebra though? I haven't seen a lot of zebra print myself when I've looked around at bags. If you have, let me know. So here are my 3 recommendations for animal prints. For luxury, I would look at the Louis Vuitton Alma. They have this available in ostrich, real ostrich, not just embossed, for decent prices, like in the $1,000 range. So that's linked below where you can find some that are really affordable for luxury, really good prices for luxury. For mid-tier, the Coach Cargo Tote in leopard would be a good choice. Or for the super affordable one, I found this little leopard bag. It's kind of a pochette accessoire shape, a little shoulder bag. And I like that there's variation in this print. That's why I picked this one. The next trending term in the texture category, this is the one I had the most trouble with. It's lace. And it says that that search term has increased 38%. Now, I would suspect that lace may be going up because the wedding season is coming up too. April, May, June, aren't those the biggest wedding months? So maybe people are looking for lace bags and accessories for wedding purposes. I would be curious on a lot of these data points, but of course that's not included in this data either. Well, Fashionphile has this Louis Vuitton Petite Mal that has a lace design on it. I looked and could not find something mid-tier. This is what's confusing to me, is how is lace so popular, but it's so hard to find things in lace? Why would people be searching for lace when there aren't things available in lace, at least in terms of handbags? So I couldn't find a good mid-tier version for you here, but I did find this really affordable lace envelope clutch. It comes in several colors, including this white one, which would be great for weddings. And next is tweed. Searches for this were up 55%. I think that makes sense in the winter. I think tweed can be winter. It could also be spring, summer, maybe more spring. Depends on the colors of the tweed. It could also be fall. Tweed is year round. I think it just depends on the colors. So my recommendations for tweed, luxury, of course, the first thing you think of is Chanel. This particular bag also has a pearl handle. We'll talk about that in a minute. That's another trend. My mid-tier suggestion would be this bag from Kate Spade. And the most affordable suggestion would be an alternative to a Chanel bag. Note this also has pearls. Again, we'll get back to that. Another search term that confused me is Chanel fringe. Not just fringe, but Chanel fringe. This search term went up 136%. What am I missing here? What Chanel bag has come out with fringe or has been featured somewhere in music video or who knows that has fringe on it? I've seen some fringe here and there, but not specific to Chanel. So if you know what I'm missing, please fill me in and everybody else in the comments below. Also, when you think fringe and hey, I want a fringe bag, do you really think Chanel? Personally, I don't. For me, I think more Coach because I've seen a lot of Coach bags that have fringe. And of course, I recently picked up this Coach bag, stewardess bag with the fringe. I love this so much, very special piece. Also, one thing I realized while I was doing the research for this video is when you search for a fringe bag, you get 2 kinds of results. You get that kind of fringe, the leather fringe, But you also get things like this, where you have more of a fabric. It could be tweed, in this case denim, where it just has that rough edge that is fringed, but it's not very long. It doesn't swing in the wind when you move the bag around. It's just like some extra fluff. So this is my luxury recommendation for this trend. This is a Chanel bag with the denim with the fringe. It also has little chain details on it, very pretty. For the mid-tier version, I picked this bag by Jeffrey Campbell. It looks like a Coach Brooklyn, but it has all that great fringe on the bottom. And for the very affordable version, I picked this bag, which has faux suede fringe. That would be really fun to swing around. Now here's a trend that is very much expected this time of year, I think. It is crochet. It's up 162%. And I think this, of course, is because summer vacations. When I think of a crochet bag, I think of my first recommendation here, the Fendi baguette in a crochet pattern. I like this one with the Zucca print. For mid-tier, I found this Tory Burch tote, which is so pretty. And for the really affordable version, I found this, which is an alternative to a Prada bag that was released a year or two ago. Another trend that surprised me a bit was black patent leather. Not just patent, but black patent leather. And this trend is up 178%. Why? What is the origin of this? Someone help me out here. Is it that patent is sort of weatherproof in the winter? Is black because it's winter? My luxury suggestion for this trend would be a Chanel classic flap in patent leather. And the reason that I chose this is because if you have ever wanted a Chanel classic flap but the price has kept you from it because they're so insanely priced, on the Preloved market, the patent bags from almost any of the luxury brands are often much cheaper than the regular leather versions. So if you like patent leather, no matter what color it is, that could be a great option for you to save some money on a bag you've really been wanting. For the mid-tier bag, I picked this one from MZ Wallace. I think that's beautiful with the quilting, and that bag shape is really in right now. And for the very affordable version, I picked this. It's kind of the shape of a Louis Vuitton Speedy, but I think it really reminds me more of the Furla candy bag, which looked a lot like this, but comes in lots of colors. This one comes in other colors too. So if you're familiar with that bag, you know what I'm talking about. There was also one theme that was trending, and that was nautical, up 30%. Again, summer vacations, makes sense. My recommendations for nautical bags are this Chanel bag in the luxury category. This is the most expensive bag I'm showing you today. It's priced at $8,000 on the Preloved market. For the mid-tier bag, I picked this one from J.W. Anderson. These have been on my mind for a while now. They do these bags in lots of colors, but I thought this blue works especially well for the nautical theme. And what makes it nautical to me, besides the sequins, which are kind of reminiscent of mermaid or glistening water, is the logo. And notice the J has a little hook on the end, which looks like a fishing hook to me. And for the most affordable option, a good old beach tote. This one has rope handles, which makes it feel more nautical. And there were 3 trends relating to jewelry. The first is turquoise jewelry. Now, Fashionphile did not specify if that search was for the stone turquoise or just the color turquoise, because those are 2 different things. If it's the color, well, that's a popular color for spring, summer. If it's the turquoise stone, well, that's popular for Western, Southwestern themes, so that could go with the fringe, and that's where they categorized it. So given that, if you're looking for luxury jewelry that has actual turquoise in it, I would look at Gucci. To me, I associate the turquoise stone in jewelry with Native American jewelry, and Gucci's pieces are reminiscent of that, such as this ring. Lots of sterling silver with bits of turquoise. For the mid-tier option, there's this necklace, little turquoise colored beads and gold beads on the front. I love the color combination here. Turquoise is often set in silver, so here you've got gold instead. But I love all the layers and all the texture of this necklace. I think it's beautiful. And then for the affordable option, I'm going to give you advice instead of listing a specific piece here. Because I have a little collection of Native American, much of which is turquoise set in silver. And I have a video about that collection. If you're interested, I will link it in the description box below along with all the other links. So over the years, I've learned a thing or two about American jewelry. The least expensive option, in my opinion, is to get a pendant. Let me show you an example. Here are two examples of pendants with turquoise. This one has a very simple setting. It's just wrapped in sterling silver there. This one is a little bit more ornate or decorative. Getting a pendant like this and then putting it on a chain or on a little silver collar necklace, this is probably the least expensive way to get a piece of turquoise jewelry that also makes an impact, because you can get a larger stone, just one, set in not much silver. Silver is part of the reason, and the silver work is part of the reason the prices go up on this jewelry. But that's a tip for you. Let's move to the next trend, which is pearls. That went up 29%. I think that makes sense because it goes with nautical and with summer vacations, and we saw it on several Chanel bags. Speaking of, my recommendation for the luxury bag with pearls would be a bag like this from Chanel. That's the first one I think of when I think of a pearl bag, is the Chanel bags that are just covered in pearls. But I couldn't find one available for sale on the Fashionphile website. I did find this, however, which I thought also looks pretty nautical with an iridescent green color, and it has the little pearl ball on the chain. And they had a few of these available in different colors. This one was the least expensive by far, so I'm linking that for you below. It was about half the price of the other ones. For mid-tier, I thought this one was really interesting, certainly not for everybody. This is by Cult Gaia, and it's just one giant pearl with its odd-shaped handle, which you can handhold or put it over the crook of your arm. And I thought that was just really unique. And then the really affordable bag, this one again is not going to be for everyone. I found this raffia or straw-looking tote with all these little pearl embellishments hanging from the perimeter of it. And then it also has shells and little starfish ornaments. Great for a vacation or the beach. And if you don't want to go with a bag that's covered in pearls or is really like pearls in your face, another option is just to get a pearl strap. So I've linked a few of those below too. That would certainly be the cheapest option. Just add that to a bag you already have. And next is sterling silver. Searches for this were up 75%. And I would think that this does have to do with jewelry in particular, not so much with handbags. There aren't many bags that have sterling silver on them. Now, sterling silver has always been popular. I don't know why it's suddenly up 75%. Maybe because of Valentine's Day. People are looking for jewelry gifts and silver is more affordable than gold. I don't know. Either way, sterling silver is a classic. As far as luxury sterling silver, of course, I always think of Tiffany & Company. There are tons of options for that on the Fashionphile website. For mid-tier, I would go with the Lexus Batar. Let me show you an example. As many of you know, I love their jewelry. This necklace is from them. This ring is from them. But those are lucite pieces. These are some of their sterling silver hoop earrings. These are currently available. The other two pieces I just showed you are not. These have little crystals, and as far as hoop earrings, I just think these are so unique. I love Alexis Batar's organic shapes and the combination of different materials that they use, the textures. So I would highly recommend pretty much anything from Alexis Batar. And for the most affordable recommendation, I found this silver necklace. It comes in several different lengths, and it reminds me a lot of the Hermes anchor chain necklaces. If you look at the detail on this, you see it's a little oval with a bar through it. Hermes does something very similar, but you can get this for so much less. Let me know what you think of these data points that Fashionphile is calling trends, and what you think of their data. Do you think we'll actually be seeing these as trends? What other trends are you seeing that weren't mentioned? What do you have to say about trends in 2025? Let me know in the comment section below. And please remember, if you saw anything you're interested in, everything is linked in the description box, as well as my website, autumnbeckman.com/shop. That's where you'll find all the good stuff. So please check that out. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.